Good morning. It's Sunday, July 31st. And while I have ranted many times about the situation in the United States, which is not very good in my mind because of the divided country that we are, so I was searching for something good to talk about today, and I found just the thing. And this is an article of furniture that was created a long time ago. It was actually created by King Edward VII. Now, Edward VII was the king of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland and the British Dominions, and the Emperor of India from the 22nd of January 1901 until he died in 1910. He was the eldest son of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, and nicknamed Bertie. Edward was related to royalty throughout Europe. In fact, Kaiser Wilhelm of Germany was his brother. And in his own right, he was a pretty good king as far as I could see. Even though we know that we in the United States broke away from Great Britain for various reasons. But he was king long after we broke away. Now, royalty in Europe was a conglomeration, seemed like to me, the same families. They stayed around for generations. And King Edward was known as a forward-thinking king. And he was friends with most of the rest of royalty throughout Europe, with the exception of one individual, the King of Germany, who happened to be his nephew. One of the things that Edward achieved was restructuring the military of Great Britain. He restructured the navy and he restructured the army. And I'm not sure he saw this in his visions, but they were very well prepared for the World War that broke out in 1914. So when I think about the world today and the problems that the President of the United States faces, I can imagine that being a king of one of the leading nations of the world is very similar to what goes on in the United States and in Great Britain and all around the world. Although the problems today may be larger in scope because of the fact that everybody can get someplace in a matter of hours. And so I imagine that Edward VII had to face lots and lots of stressful situations. And like every other ruler, if they have the good of the people on their hands, and if they even don't have the good of the people on their hands, the daily challenges that they must meet have to have some effect on their lives. And one of the things that great rulers must do is figure out a way to overcome the stress that is created in their daily lives. Be it fighting with relatives who are also kings or princes, or dealing with diplomats whose nations have an entirely different view of the world. And we see that today, where Biden is forced to be diplomatic to people in Saudi Arabia and to deal with Putin and his likes around the world, and the Ukrainian situation. So let's not forget, let's put this in perspective, that all of these great men and women and the not-so-great men need to find a way to relax. Eisenhower played golf, and so did Trump. And Barack Obama played basketball, and he also played some golf. So they have to let their emotions not kill them, not drive them nuts. Now, I couldn't find out what sport Edward played, but I did find out that he was very well educated. He went to colleges in England. He spoke French and German. And he wanted to be a soldier at one point in time. But his mother told him he couldn't be a soldier because he was heir to the throne, and she did not want him getting killed on the battlefields. But nevertheless, He took a great interest in the military, and that's why Great Britain was prepared when World War I broke out. And he married Queen Alexandria, and they had 5 children. And that brings me to his creation. The article of furniture that I showed at the beginning of this rant. Now, it was called his love chair. And I believe that he took great pleasure in designing this piece of furniture. Because as far as I could tell, it was the only one of its kind at that time. And I don't know what you think about it. If you looked at that picture closely and wondered, what the hell is this thing that Stan opened this rant with? Think about it. Imagine what you could do with a chair like that. Doesn't look like anything you would be comfortable in lying and trying to watch TV. Maybe you could. Maybe you could even sit in it and listen to the radio. That might be the trick. Or maybe it's a place where you put your discarded books after you finish reading them. In any event, if you haven't completely come up with the answer, when I fly away from you, you will see a visual of how that chair really helped King Edward VII survive his reign and kept himself in the perfect state of mind so that he could focus on his daily activity. Let me know if you wish you had a piece of furniture like that in your house. So I leave you with that right now, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.